what? I hope we're invited back next year.
You're welcome anytime. We would love to have you.
Thank you. Thanks, Angela.
The Portuguese anthem. Okay. Heróis do mar, nobre povo, nasce valente, imortal, levantai, hoje é de novo o esplendor de Portugal. Entre as brumas da memória, pela pátria sente-se a voz dos teus igrejos avós, que há de guiar até a vitória. As armas da terra sobre o mar. As armas pela pátria lutar, contra os canhões marchar, marchar. 1, 2, 3, nós falamos português.
Angela and I are in front of the Portuguese Historical Museum. We didn't get to go inside because it's late, but tell our viewers about the museum.
The museum was built in 1991 here on the grounds of History Park, and it was really just a way for our community to come together and recognize all the accomplishments that our community has made to not only California but the United States in general. We have quite a few Portuguese Americans here in the state and in the country, and it has exhibits about coming to America, how we immigrated, and some of the traditional celebrations that we established while we were here, and you know, our way of life and some of the clubs and just, you know, things that we established as our own sort of Portuguese American traditions that we adapted from the old country.
Angela, if we were to walk inside of the museum, what are some of the things that we would find?
You would see some old ranching or farming equipment that we used, that the immigrants used when they first came over and started dairy farms and other types of farms. You'd see an old trunk that someone used when they immigrated over from Portugal and some of the artifacts in there that they had when they first came. You'd see a couple of capes from some queens of past festas. The Holy Ghost festivals, Festa do Espírito Santo, is very popular here in California amongst the Portuguese. You would see an exhibit about the fraternal organizations. Fraternal organizations was really a key way for the early immigrants to keep in touch and socialize, and also they provided a great service in terms of citizenship and insurance and other services that immigrants needed. So,
how about some of the traditional clothes? I'm sure you have some of that in there too, right?
We do have some of that. I believe a couple of the outfits we have are both from the Azore Islands as well as the mainland. So, and it's amazing. You know, Portugal's a small country, but we have quite a variety of clothing. We don't all look the same. It's you know, Portugal's I think a third of the size of California, yet we have quite a variety in terms of the type of clothing and even the types of food and everything. It's a very diverse heritage.
And it's a close heritage. I see all of the people, they seem very happy to be here. Family is very important, right?
Yes, very much so. As with all, I think, Latin ethnicities, family is very important. But what's nice to see is that the generations continue the traditions. We have a lot of youngsters in our dance groups and young people running the festas nowadays. And so it's comforting to know that they will continue because our younger generations have kept the interest and kept the passion alive.
Angela, if someone wants to visit the Portuguese Historical Museum, what are the daily hours?
We usually have the museum open on weekends from noon to 4, as with most of the buildings here in the park. But we can also do a special tour if you just give us a call. Our phone number is on our website. It's portuguesemuseum.org. Or you can go to the festival website, which is diadeportugalca.org. And it's all volunteer, and so we're happy to have anybody come and visit.
Angela, my TV crew and I have had such a wonderful time today, and you have been the perfect hostess. I want to thank you again for all of your support, contributions to the Portuguese Historical Museum and to the Dia de Portugal Festival. You've done a phenomenal job. When we're on the town, you're on the town.